What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to G-Ball Vision. Thank you for stopping in. Today I have for you some of my favorite knives coming in under that $250 price point, and we have an awesome list for you. A lot of bang for your buck here. Before we dive in, double check and make sure you are subscribed here to the channel. I'd love to have you hit that thumbs up button. It really helps push the video out there so more people have a chance to check it out. Let me know what you are carrying in your pockets today down in the comments. Love hearing from you and what you are carrying for the day. So if you've been following along, you'll know that I've done a series here over the last couple of weeks. Knives that come in under $40, $60, $75, $100, $150, $200, and now we are doing $250. Definitely one of the most interesting lists so far. We're going to kick this video off with the Tuya Wrath version 2. I will, in the description, link all those videos, and that way, if there's a price point you are in or would like to look at and what my thoughts are, I'll link them down below and feel free to check them out. The Tuya Wrath version 2 here is awesome. It is what Tuya is capable of doing. I have known for a little while that they do a phenomenal job with really good materials, but I have to say over the last year or so, they have really stepped up their game. On this particular knife, we're looking at a dual ground tanto with a hand satin on the flats that runs into a belt satin on the primary and the swedge here. It just looks absolutely fantastic. S90V done very well. Dual thumb studs for the deployment, as well as a really well done front flipper tab. The detent on this thing is tuned perfectly. We have an exposed titanium frame lock here, carbon fiber inlay, titanium backspacer, and a nice sleek milled tie clip. Absolutely love this knife under that $250 price point. It's one of my favorites of 2024. Next up, we have the ultra wonderful Bastion RS Chaos here. Now, this particular one is coming in M390. This is the sheep split version. They also have exclusives. They also have Wharncliffe versions that are in M390. They have uncoated like this. They have coated blades. Lots of different stuff to choose from. I will try to link what I can down in the description. Some stuff will be available, some might not be available, and some stuff might be affiliate links and some might not be. If it is an affiliate link, it does help out the channel, but it's entirely up to you if you want to use that link or not. Now, I have held this knife in very high regard. I picked up the LMAX version about a year ago, maybe, somewhere in that ballpark, and haven't handled this particular version right here until very recently. Comes in with a titanium handle. We have a beautiful satin finish on that sheep split blade. We are sporting their compression style lock, as they call it, the top liner lock, with the button deactivation, ultra strong, ultra tough locking mechanism, and ultra fun to fidget with. You also have the cutout and rear flipper tab for the deployment. Nice and snappy action. Great comfortable ergos in the standard grip. The choked up grip is absolutely money. Love this knife so much. This is what really put Bastion on the map. For me, this was the knife that, you know, kind of said, look what we can do. And they have done it a few times now. But this was kind of the kickoff for them into premium knives with a new lock, and they absolutely killed it. Full titanium pocket clip and backspacer, as well as your button. Just a phenomenal knife from Bastion, and these are actually available again. So if you're a fan of the Bastion Nightshade, but have always wanted something, or maybe have wanted something a little bit more premium to add on to the Nightshade, well, look no further than the Vox NZ Fox knives chilling here. There's a couple different versions that you can get, but I'm specifically talking about this one here. Comes with that shillin style blade shape, that nice low drop point. It's like a kukri shillin style blade, but you could just label it as a drop point if you wanted. We have the cutout for deployment there. Beautiful satin finish on this guy, coming in M398. Going to be ultra comfortable. Great user blade shape if you're into more precise cuts or you do a lot of detail-oriented cuts. Great ergos for control over that blade. You have that Vox style jimping up here. That's really going to help you lock in. Carbon fiber, and there also is other versions now in M398, I believe, as well, when there used to only be just this version. But there's also N690 versions available. I would spend the extra money and get the M398. It does come with a wire pocket clip. I threw a Lynch Northwest wire pocket clip replacement in titanium on here. Just looks better. Love this knife though. Extremely comfortable. There's skiffs in here as well. Snappy as all hell. Love this knife so much though. It's like the Nightshade but on steroids. So on this entire list, I think most things will be available. There might be a few that aren't, and this may be one of them right here. The TRM Neutron 2 still stands to me as one of the best knives that you can get under 250 bucks. This particular version with the carbon fiber might be a little bit more, but they have micarta and G10 versions that do come in under that $250 price point. And I don't know if they're still using 20 CV as well as MagnaCut or just MagnaCut only now. But this one's in 20 CV. I know they are using MagnaCut as well. So the new Neutron 2s might be in MagnaCut. But either which way, you're going to get a USA made knife in a USA made steel, 20 CV or MagnaCut. Nice stone washed drop point blade. It's going to be ultra thin, ultra slicey. Love this knife. Very comfortable in hand. It's a great size for a casual EDC knife. We have one of their rollover titanium pocket clips. They have a couple different versions. And then we have that beautiful weave carbon fiber. And this was the most premium Neutron at the time when I bought this. This was the most premium version that you can get. There are titanium versions now available when they are available and they drop. But this used to be the premium, the best one that you could get. The TRM Neutron 2 is a phenomenal EDC knife under that $250 price point. Next up, we have one of my favorite knives of all time, the Bestech Shodan Todd Knife and Tool design. Going to come in S35VN, beautiful satin drop point blade, nice row of jimping up here, full finger choil, going to lock you in very comfortably. Tons of control over this blade, whether you want to get up on that tip or just control the main portion of the blade. You'll be able to do both with this knife. You have the cutout, fuller, and rear flipper tab for deployment. This thing is definitely tuned very well. If you like that grunge, industrial style look, Todd Knife and Tool does a phenomenal job. They have a carbon fiber, marbled carbon fiber show side here. They do have a bunch of different versions of this knife. And then we have the very busy lock side, which I actually enjoy. It brings the lock side to life. Got lots of different stuff going on. A unique titanium clip, unique titanium backspacer with some gearing. Just a really cool looking design, even from the lock side, which you can't always say about every titanium frame lock. Love this knife, especially if you like a more full-size knife. This is definitely an awesome option if you like the aesthetic and you're in that given price point. So this one is one that I didn't struggle with it, I guess. but it's the one I had to contemplate putting on the list, because the only reason is because there's other versions that get down into like the $80 price point, maybe even cheaper. So you could ultimately go that route with this knife. But in my opinion, the drop bear here from Kaiser in this configuration with the L-Max stone-washed spear point, drop point style of blade with the Arctic Storm carbon fiber handle material, titanium pocket clip. To me, this is the ultimate version of the drop bear. If you love this knife and either just want a premium, really well done crossbar locking knife, good mid-size knife in phenomenal materials, this is a awesome option. Or if you maybe have the micarta version or the aluminum version and really you love the knife so much you'd love it in some better materials. Not that 154 in micarta or 154 in aluminum is bad. It's just that this is a better configuration. You could get this and really up your game when it comes to the drop bear. Nice full line of jimping up here. This is the ultimate EDC, or one of the ultimate EDCs. It's comfortable, great blade shape for a lot of different tasks, a good steel in L-Max, a good finish for using and abusing. You have that crossbar lock, which is going to be customizable, so you can lessen or strengthen the springs. And then you have the beautiful carbon fiber with the nice titanium deep carry rollover clip, and it will be reversible. In my opinion, the drop bear is one of the best pure EDC knives to come out in the last couple of years. Next up, I had to put it on this list. We have another Vosteed. This is the Docsend here. Just absolutely love this knife. Great crossbar lock action. We have a black washed M390 sheep's foot style of blade. We have a great sharpening choil. We have dual thumb studs, and we have a front flipper for the deployment. The springs are really well done in this knife. The ergonomics of this knife are really good as well. You have a full titanium handle here. We have open flow-through construction, couple of standoffs with a lanyard post. We have a nice milled clip that's chamfered on both sides, just like the handle is, and it is going to be reversible. It has a nice titanium filler tab that just goes along with the design. Absolutely love this thing. I'd love to see more titanium crossbar locking knives. We're starting to see more, but this is one of the best ones when it comes to a crossbar locked knife in titanium. Just absolutely love this knife. This one may or may not be available as well. If it's not available right now, it will be eventually here soon. The Vosteed Docsend. Next up, we have the Concept Hinterland, and I love this thing. Such a beautiful knife. Concept has been doing a phenomenal job on their projects. Just love what they are doing. Look how beautiful this freaking knife is. And they have a bunch of different versions. This one is going to be coming in, I believe, S35. Yep, right there. S35. We have a nice satin finished drop point style of blade. We have a fuller on both sides, and then we have this disc here on the show side, which really works good. It's got some nice stepping there. Easy to manipulate that thing, and then you can use the fuller as well on the back side. My only negative on this was I wish this was a little bit deeper here. Planned out more for the reverse flick. But with that all being said, it does still work good, and I can nail it, a good majority of the time. There, if you're messing around, you might miss it here and there. But for the most part, I nail it almost every single time. We have a titanium bolster here with a titanium bolster style lock, copper infused carbon fiber for the secondary handle material. Then we have a nice milled clip that goes with the flow of the design. We have a brass anodized pivot here. It looks really good, gives it some nice contrast. It would have been cool if they did a copper looking pivot to go with the copper infused carbon fiber, but it does look good with the contrast. I love this knife. If you are a huge fan of thumb flicking, this will be right up your alley, because this is one of the best thumb flickers in the game, in my opinion. Now, you can do this left-handed off that ramp very easily. Because of that bolster lock, you don't have to worry about being on the lock bar. My natural grip or using it as a lefty, I land way off of that lock bar. So, like I said, I wish that fuller was a little bit deeper, but it still works and I can still do it. It would just make the knife even better. Or if they just added another disc here on the other side. Not sure why they didn't. You probably could get something to replace this and put studs on here, maybe. I don't know that for certain, but it might be an option. You guys will have to let me know. What are some of your favorite knives that come in under that $250 price point? Or just let me know what some of your favorite knives are, period. I hope you enjoyed the list. I hope you found something maybe that you like or just found it entertaining. Glad you are here. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. I always appreciate that, everyone. If you're new here, I release new EDC and knife content every single day. Hit the subscribe button, ring the little bell. I'd love to have you here. I'll put up a couple of new videos. Go check one of them out. Have yourself an awesome day. Thanks again for watching, everyone. I will catch you on the next one.